Hi YouTube, I'm Aiman, and today I'm going to show you how to diagnose that loud rumbling engine noise that you can hear inside the car of a Honda Civic 8th generation, or 2006 to 2011.
So the actual noise might be louder than what you're hearing right now since the camera is far away from the noise. But up in the front, like especially on the passenger side, it's much louder. And there's nothing in the glove box right now because my dad already cleaned it out. But if there was stuff in it, then you would hear like a rattling noise.
So there are different types of engine noise. So there's like ones that you can hear on the outside, like the muffler. And my dad said that if there's like a broken muffler, then it's like one of those cars that wake you up at night when you're trying to sleep, and it just goes like blah blah blah, and like just passes by. However, this is different. It's more of like a low rumbling noise in the car that you can hear from inside the cabin, and it's towards the right side, somewhere where the engine would be.
If you put your hand against the dashboard or to the door, then you can actually feel the vibration, and you could even feel it through the seat, kind of like a massage or something.
So we know that it's not like any other broken things like spark plug, because when we're in idle mode, you can see the RPM. It's normal. It's just staying still. If it was like a broken spark plug, then it would be like vibrating or oscillating or going up and down. So that's how we know it's the engine and not anything else. Alright, so we're going to show you what caused this by looking under the hood. So when we're outside and listening to it, we can definitely tell it's not the muffler because it's not as loud. And we can also tell it's the engine because inside it's really loud. I mean, you probably can't tell in the video, but Zami here has been complaining a lot, and my mom has been complaining even more because she usually sits in the passenger seat. So let's diagnose the problem. So apparently this is a really common problem with Honda Civics 8th generation, which are, as I said, were from 2006 to 2011. Now the actual problem is that if you look here, this is the mounting bracket for the engine. So there's this part, it's hard to notice, this steel part, and this part on the bottom, which is like rubber. And basically there's supposed to be a gap between it, but it's collapsed. And you can see on the new part what it looks like.
So as you can see right here, there's supposed to be about a 3/4 of an inch gap between this part and this part.
Alright, so if you look at them side by side, you can see how big the gap is. This is basically non-existent, but this has like an inch gap. The way that it's held up is due hydraulics, and what this does is that when the engine vibrates and shakes, it transfers all that vibrating and noise to the car, which is why you can hear all that noise. And since this mounting bracket had basically like collapsed, then much of the noise can be heard. If you've had this problem and you've diagnosed that it's that problem, the next step is to get a new part. Now this is genuine, and you can get a genuine part from your dealer for like around $215, and on Amazon it's around $165. However, my dad got this off of eBay for $135, still genuine. Now the aftermarket ones, which are like $30, $40, they're cheaper than the genuine ones. But apparently, according to reviews that my dad read, there's some things that are wrong with the production, like holes aren't drilled properly, and my dad doesn't really want to go through the hassle of drilling all the holes. In the cold, you can see all the snow, and it's around 29 degrees right now, so a bit cold, and you don't want to be working in the cold too long, especially when you can see your own breath. Sorry. So when you get the next part, obviously the next step is to replace it. Now, because it's getting cold, we're not gonna do it out here, probably in the garage, so make sure you check out that video in the future, if you do have that problem. And, now, this job, according to my dad, looks pretty easy. Looks like there's only a few bolts, nuts and bolts, and he estimates around an hour job. Now, if you're interested in doing this on yourself, I highly suggest you check the video because, according to my dad, a mechanic would cost around $400. I'm Aiman.
I'm Zami.
And thanks for watching. Please like, rate, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EYeOnAiman, especially the mechanic and auto repair videos. And it's getting really cold, so I'm gonna head inside. So, peace out.
Boo.